Hi, it's Jen again, and it's time for another art school update. And this week in the Milan Art Institute has been a production week where we've done some small paintings. And it's a time to work on our process and just kind of do it as quickly as possible. And it was going great, smooth, quick until I came to my opaques. And this is where I put in the details, which is great to get a lot of the background done and get a lot of my darks in place and then do the lights. And I think during this process, I did find kind of a kink with my process, and I've got to figure out how to fix it. I felt like I was duplicating efforts as far as getting my darks in and then doing lights over darks. And I'm kind of considering whether or not I might want to do a subtraction method where I have some maybe brighter lights down and then take my darks out of that. I'm still deciding. That's traditional oils, but I could do it with oil over acrylic. I just was underestimating how I would deal with the detail of these paintings. Let me show you. Oh, let me get my clicker. So this series is some sea turtles, and the idea is to just do some smaller pieces, use the same process, and just kind of get used to the process and figure out if the process that you have is working for you. As you can see with the turtles, it's a lot of extreme lights and extreme darks, and putting light over dark means I'm drawing a lot over the darks, and darks over light might have been easier to place all those little brush strokes. And I feel like I did that at some point and then painted over it with the darks because I was struggling with that part of the process. Either way, I'm still 100% unsure of exactly how I'm going to do the oil section. The acrylics underneath, I've got a really good idea. And one of the things that this whole process made me deal with is time management. So Ellie suggests working 40 hours a week, putting everything aside, stop watching television, stop this, that, and the other thing, which is great. However, I'm older. I have a lot of things that I still want to do, and I really want to enjoy this time of my life and do art school. This is my timeline. I'm not in a hurry, and I can't be a professional artist until I retire. Not go full time. And I've got a few years. And so I decided that's okay. My goal is 15 hours a week or more. I would love to hit 20 hours a week painting. But at the same time, I have Bible study. I go to church. I want to surf. I have to work out or I feel like garbage. All these things that are also very important and that I've made priorities before art school. Now, I've put art school before everything else for a year, and it's still going to be a priority, but it's time to bring those other things back into my life, even just a little bit, so that I don't lose momentum in those areas. So I decided, I can paint 2 hours a day, maybe get an extra hour in here and there on days where I don't already have something else going on. And then I should be able to keep up and do 1 week assignment in about 2.5 weeks. It's not as quick as I wanted, but it's okay. I decided it's okay. And then there's going to be times when I can push, and there's going to be times when I can't. It's not going to happen. And I've decided that's okay. And I really struggled with that around the holidays. And then having all this time, nothing else really major going on, I was still struggling to get in 20 hours a week consistently. And I think this is the better way for me to do it. And so that's what this assignment pushed me to figure out what's best for me. I hope that helps you. Bye.